Welcome to Mighty Mythology Realm, the place where mythology comes to life. Today, we're about to reveal the greatest secret in Greek history, the epic story behind the Trojan Horse, a tale full of schemes, deceptions, and a battle between gods and men. Let's dive together into the mysterious city of Troy, where the city stands on the brink of falling, and the Greeks, with daring and wisdom, seize victory. All of this unfolds under the genius plan of Odysseus, who executed one of the greatest deceptions in the history of war. Don't miss out on all the secrets hidden behind the Trojan Horse. Don't forget to subscribe to Mighty Mythology Realm, hit the like button, and be part of our epic adventures in Greek mythology. The story of the Trojan Horse is one of the greatest scams in history, and it all started because of a woman named Helen. Helen was known as the most beautiful woman in the world, and she was married to a Greek king named Menelaus. One day, a prince from the city of Troy named Paris visited Greece. Paris fell in love with Helen, and in one version, he took her back to Troy with him, while in another version, she ran away with him. When Menelaus discovered that Helen was gone, he turned to his brother, King Agamemnon, and asked for his help. Together, they gathered a massive army and set off to fight one of the biggest battles in history. That's how the Trojan War began. The Greeks thought the war would end quickly. They believed they were stronger and more prepared for victory. But when they saw Troy with its strong walls, they realized it wasn't going to be an easy city to conquer. Every time they tried to attack, the Trojans fought back fiercely. The battles dragged on for days, months, and then years, until the war stretched on for 10 years. Everyone was tired, both the Greeks and the Trojans. No one knew how to end the war. And then Odysseus entered the picture. Odysseus wasn't the strongest warrior, but he was a genius in battle, known for his cunning and wisdom. When everyone was desperate, he came up with an idea that would bring the war to an end. He knew the Greeks couldn't break through Troy's walls, so he decided to use deception. He proposed building a giant wooden horse, inside of which Greek soldiers would hide, while the horse would be left as a gift for the Trojans. This way, the Trojans would believe the war was over, and they would accept the horse as a gift for Athena. The Greeks acted quickly, built the horse, and placed it outside the walls of Troy with a message claiming it was a gift for Athena. Then, they burned their camp and sailed away, hiding behind a nearby island. The next morning, when the Trojans awoke, they found the Greek camp empty, and only the horse remained. At first, they weren't sure whether it was a trick or a real gift, until a Greek man named Sinon convinced them that it was a gift for Athena. One of the priests, Laocoon, suspected the horse and threw a spear at it. Immediately after, two giant sea serpents appeared and attacked Laocoon and his sons, killing them on the spot. This convinced the Trojans that the horse was truly a gift from the gods, and they dragged it inside the city. The Trojans celebrated late into the night, believing the war was finally over. But inside the horse, Odysseus and his men waited in silence. As the city slept, they quietly emerged from the horse and signaled the rest of the Greek army, which quickly returned. The Greek army stormed the city, and the Trojans woke up to chaos. Fire spread through the streets, and there was no time to fight back. The city of Troy, which had stood strong for 10 years, fell in one night because of a simple trick. The Greeks took back Helen and everything they wanted. The great city of Troy was burned to the ground, and the war was finally over. The Trojan horse was truly one of the greatest deceptions in history. It wasn't about strength or bravery, but about intelligence. Odysseus understood that if they couldn't take the city by force, they could do it with clever tactics. Once the Trojans believed the horse was a gift, the city fell, but hides danger within. This story is still remembered today, and we still use the term Trojan horse as a metaphor for any scam that appears to be something good, but hides danger inside. Odysseus wasn't the strongest fighter, but he was the smartest. The story of the Trojan horse reminds us that sometimes the way to victory doesn't always come through a hard battle. Sometimes it requires wisdom and the ability to think differently. What would you do if you were standing at that final step, leading to the end of one of the greatest battles in history? The Trojan horse wasn't just a symbol of victory, it was the beginning of a new era of destruction and deception. Don't miss all the captivating stories waiting for you at Mighty Mythology Realm. Join us, hit the like button, and be part of our amazing journey through Greek mythology. The adventure doesn't end here. Remember always, true strength isn't in physical power, but in the ability to rise above fate. The greatest stories are waiting for you. Don't miss what's coming next.